Hi, this is Zena. We're going to be reading Tiger Eyes by Judy Blume. If my hair glows, it's my earphone. And we're almost near the end. So, let's start. Chapter 29. On Tuesday afternoon, when I get to the medical center, I save a rose from the floral arrangements I've delivered to a patient and carry it down the hall. She's still in, and I carry it down the hall to Mr. Ortiz's room. But when I get there, the room is empty. The bed has been stripped. Oh my gosh. The bed has been stripped. I race down the hall to the nurse's station. Mr. Ortiz, I say. The nurse shakes her head. Last night, she says. No. I'm sorry, Davy. We all felt the same way about him. I choke up and clutch the stem of the rose so hard the thorns goes through my skin. I cry out, half in pain in my finger and half from pain of losing Mr. Ortiz. His son asked me to give you these, the nurse says, opening a drawer. She pulls out the dancing bear and an envelope and hands them both to me. I open the envelope. Tiger, he wanted you to have the bear. Remember him as he was, full of life, full of love. I'll see you, Condo Los Lagaritos, Cohen. Wolf. I put the note back in its envelope and held the dancing bear to my face. I can't stop crying. I'm crying harder now than when my father died. Then I was just numb. Now I feel everything. I go downstairs to the volunteer's office and explain to the director that I have to go home. I tell her that I have a headache, which is true. My head is pounding. The director tells me to go home and take 2 aspirins. She thinks I'm probably coming down with the flu. I run all the way home, sweating inside my down jacket. When I get there, Jason is in the kitchen wearing an apron. What are you doing? I shout. What does it look like I'm doing? And why are you wearing that? Uh, okay, so I've not said words that's in this book, not because it was inappropriate, but because sometimes I just skip over words or change one word into 3 or 2 words. That means the same thing. But she said something here that I don't want to say because when I was little, I did get in trouble for saying it, and it is wrong to say, but it's not funny because she's actually being very mean to her brother, and she's also saying a slut. And even she knows it's wrong, even though we know it's wrong because the way it is said in the book. Okay, and why are you wearing that apron? So I don't get messed up, he says. Where's mom? She's not home yet. Where's Missy? She went to Safeway. Ned's coming to dinner. That nerd. He's nice, Jason says, and he keeps on cutting out gingerbread man cookies. God, Jason, just look at you, I yell. Like, okay. She said a slur for gay guys, and I'm not gonna say it. Cause what if I get famous and someone clip that? Cause I'm gonna get famous. Well, I don't really care about the fame. I'm gonna get okay, I'm gonna get famous. Okay. But like she's just so mean to her little brother and he's like, I don't even think he knows what that means. God, Jason, just look at you, I yell. Is this how you're going to spend the rest of your life? What do you mean? Like this baking cookies? I can't stand what's happening to you. I can't stand what's happening to us. First of all, wasn't you having fantasies about him becoming a famous baker and you and your mom opening the store with his bacon, his spectacular bacon, because his bacon was so delicious. You're a hater. What do you mean? Like this, baking cookies? I can't stand what's happening to you. I can't stand what's happening to us. What are you talking about? I like baking cookies, and that's not what I'm talking about. I go upstairs. I throw my stuff down on my bed. Wind up the dancing bear. I hang over this grief is so crazy. Cause why are you beefing with a 9-year-old? I hang over the side of the bed and watch him turning circles on the floor. Why did I have to take it out on Jason? I asked myself. He's just a little kid. What does he know? Besides, what happened to my fantasy of Jason Wexler, cookie specialist? Exactly. Just thinking about that sets me off crying again. I want to go home, I say aloud. I want to go home to Atlantic City. You need to apologize to Jason. Later, I decide to write a letter. Dear Wolf, I'm really sorry about your father. I liked him a lot, as you know. Thanks for remembering about the bear. I'm going to keep him on my bedside table. He will remind me of your father and of you. Not that I need reminding, but you know what I mean. I told you that my father died suddenly. Well, that's true, but it's not like you think. He will shot. Okay, it's not funny, but sometimes there's things you can't say in aloud and in person, but you can say it in writing. He was shot in the chest during a robbery last summer. I couldn't tell you the truth I couldn't tell you the truth before. I couldn't tell anyone. Wolf, your father was ready to die. Mine wasn't. You weren't prepared for your father's death. I wasn't. After it happened, I was afraid. I was so afraid of everything, of going to school, of just going to sleep at night. I was afraid of you that first day in the canyon. I was planning I was planning to bash your head in with a rock if you made a false move. Lucky for you, you did it. I don't want to go through life afraid, but I don't want to wind up like my father either. Sometimes I think about dying, and it scares me because it's so permanent. I mean, once it's over, it's over. Unless there's something that comes after, something that we don't know about. I like the idea of an afterlife, but I can't bring myself to really believe in it. Do you? Here's something I found in a magazine. Each of us must confront our own fears, must come to face with them. How we handle our fears will determine where we go with the rest of our lives. I think about that a lot, especially in this town, where so many people seem afraid. Does building bombs make them feel afraid, or is it the isolation from the rest of the world? Have you figured it out? If you have, please let me know. I have to go now. I will remember your father as you asked me to, full of life and full of love. I will see you. Condo Las Lagaritos, Corin. Love, Tiger. I take the letter to school next day and look up the address for Caltech in the guidance office. I mail it at lunchtime. Sometimes, oh, oh my God. I wish I would have wrote a letter and burned it, but I wish I would have wrote a letter. Now it's been so long. I've forgotten everything I wanted to say back then. Well, this is the end for this video. Like and subscribe and leave a comment down below.